Speaking about moments that lose yourself in the moment, let's talk about your connection with M.
Dude, so here's the, that movie was based loosely off his life.
Yeah. Loosely.
When I first got here, I would catch M in the lobby of the radio station when I'm coming in, and he would be talking to my boy DDT, and he would.
That's my dude.
Yeah,
DJ DDT. Yeah. Shout out.
And so, he would have demos and stuff for me to check out, and like, if you've done your research, he did like 2 rap promos for me, back in the day. I think the last one he did was in '96. No, one was in '96, and I think one was after that. And he would just be in the station. But like I said, I came from a background of a lot of diversity. So at the time, I was the only one that would really give him the time of the day. That I believe. He might tell you that. Because I know that sometimes he'll be on songs with people, and there would be some guys that would play the record, and then when it came to his verse, they would cut it off. But I never did that. I gave, I always try to give everybody a fair shot, And then I'll always try to be the guy that if I didn't like it, I'm going to tell you, dog, I didn't like it. I see where you're trying to go with it. And just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not a hit or a good record. It's just not for me, not my taste.
Bet you've had to deal with a lot of that being in the Music City, Motown.
Let me tell you, one of the most overwhelming things that happened to me back in 1995 was the amount of mixtapes that I got. And then the CDs.
Oh, that's that wave too. And then you went through thumb drives too. I bet you got that.
I went through thumb drives. Yeah. And I even, And so if you're ever driving through West Virginia, well, it's been a while now, but there still might be there. You see a little glimmer of something on the side of a mountain. That one didn't make it.
No, fly! Dude, no, I know. I know you have touched so many artists in the city, though, and it's like if you get a Bushman interview, that's a legendary interview. Like I told you earlier, I was doing my research on the internet. I'm like, let me do some research. Let me look at some interviews of him. I got you interviewing the world. But it's very rare that someone can get a interview with you. So we are grateful here at the Cobain Report.
When I think about it, there's probably one person outside of like TV interviews that came in the studio and I think interviewed me, but it might have been for a class project. The other interviews that I have done were with the BBC. And that was after 8 Mile. Dude, I'm going to tell you, that movie, when we did that movie, I've only watched it in its entirety once because it's weird. Well, it's weird where you seeing all the places that you were running up in and all these people. It's like us sitting here at this table going out and shooting a movie. You watching your friends. You're watching. It's just weird, I'll watch the rap battle over and over and over again. And that usually motivates me too. When I'm having one of those days where I'm just like, I'll go watch that, and then I go watch Lose Yourself video. But after that happened, and when the DVD dropped, BBC was crazy, man. It was overwhelming. They would come into town and want to do interviews, and then I'm like, all right, come on the studio. No. We want to go on 8 Mile.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, it's middle of winter.
We want to see.
You want to go on 8